Hi guys, I have made this tool I would like to share with you for free that helps you generate consistent characters from different angles as well as in different environments and clothing. I think it's a pretty awesome tool for Vue 3 creators. So let me show you what it can do. From this screen, you just click on this big button to upload your image. I'll pick this one from my desktop. And you see in yellow it's analyzing the image. It'll try to describe it with help of AI. In a few seconds, yeah, we got the description: distinguished mature man with confident and direct gaze, and so on. It's a full paragraph describing this picture and the character in the picture with this. Now we can generate this character from different angles. The options that I have here are front view, 3/4 angle view, left side view, right side view, and a few others. So you can either pick to generate individual ones, or I have just generate all views here. We'll click here just to see. It'll start making them one by one. And we can see the first one is done. It's pretty quick. Next one, and they're pretty close. They're pretty close to the original one. Here, if you look at it, right, it's pretty close. Right. Okay, close up, full body, front shot, full body side shot. It doesn't always generate full body here, but you can try multiple times and you might have some luck there. For this specific one, since I'm in full screen, if you just open it up in a separate tab, it will be actually in landscape orientation. It's just trying to align with other tiles here. That's why it's not, it doesn't look like it's landscape, but it is in fact landscape. The ones in the images in full body shot, they are locked in for vertical 916 because that's how AI generates full body. It needs to be in a vertical mode in order for it to generate full body, is what I have found out. So the full body shots, they're locked in for vertical, but you can always pick different aspect ratios here from the drop down. Let me show you the creative variations mode. So here we can try something different. So let's say this is environment in spaceship, pose in motion, smiling, gravity free, flying, astronaut suit, and let's try to generate that. Okay, take a couple of seconds. You see it's actually pretty quick, and yeah, it's still pretty close to the original picture. You can try to generate it again to see if it will give us a better option, but you can see the pictures are pretty close to the ones we uploaded originally. Yeah, another one also pretty close, flying in a spaceship, free falling, smiling, just what we prompted for. So you see what it can do. What I will be talking about next, what I'll be covering in this video, is the limitations of the software, why I have made the software, how I have made it, for those who are curious, and how to run it for free in Gemini, and how to get this software, of course. So make sure you listen through all the way to the end. All right, so the limitations. So the number one limitation here is that it can only create characters close to the one that you upload if it was generated with AI. What I found out, that if you try to upload a real photo of somebody, it is not going to do a good job, and yeah, it's not even going to be photorealistic, or not even going to look like the person that on the photo. Another limitation what I've seen is, I shared this image first because I had the best luck with it, of course, but with other images there is a workaround to make it close as well. So what I recommend doing is using Whisk by Google Labs, to generate an image. So that's what we're gonna do first, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me just open one of the projects that I already was working on, and the prompt here was, let me see, I think it was this one. Yeah. The prompt here was photo of a young French male chef in his late 20s with curly mustache in a modern kitchen, mid-frame shot looking in the camera. All right, so I'll be picking this one, and what you can do in Whisk here, and by the way, you don't need the Pro. Here I'm logged in on the account that has a Pro version, but you can still use a free version to generate these images. You are not going to be able to animate them, but you're still able to generate images for free in Whisk. So from here, what you can do, you can drag this picture in this window for subject, and I'll be analyzing the picture similarly how my software was analyzing it. And when you click on this icon, you'll see there is a description. So I already downloaded this picture. Let's see how different these descriptions are, and that's where you'll see kind of a limitation and the workaround that I'll show you. So we'll change an image. All right, there you go. So the one I just showed you, it's analyzing the image. You will spit out a description of it. There you go. The description is a little different, right? So the character is a young adult male, likely in his late 20s or early 30s, with fair to medium complexion and friendly, and so on. And you see that even though both of them are using Gemini to analyze the image, the one from Whisk is a little different. Male chef appearing to be in his late 20s with fair skin tone, eccentric professional kitchen. It's set a little different, right? So let's see if we use the description that came with analysis from my software, and what it does. We'll just try to generate one here and see how well it will do. And what you see is completely off here. The image looks like an African American male instead of French person. So wasn't doing a good job. Still did a curly mustache pretty well, but the rest is not really what we were looking for. So what we'll try to do next is we'll use the Whisk's description of the image and see what happens with that. For some reason, for some images, I found that it's better to use the description that's generated from Whisk. So we'll try to generate this again. And we see that the picture is already much closer than the one that we had. So if we compare side by side, yeah, it's pretty close. The hair is a little longer, but what you can do next is you can play around now with this prompt, direct it to have the hair a little shorter and so on, and it will be pretty close. And what you could choose to do then is just use the newly generated character, because it will be more consistently generated through here, right? So let's try generating creative variation, the same one, we'll just same prompt. Let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, it's still pretty close to the one it generated here. And if we try to generate one in this view, yeah, you see it like these three images are pretty close to each other. Let's try to generate them all. We'll try to do the rest of them one by one, and we see they're all really consistent of how they understand this particular prompt. All right. Yeah. So that's one of the workarounds. Another workaround you can do is you can use this software, AI Face Swap, at the end, and then if it's really important for you to use the original face and it's not as close, what you can do is you can upload a photo here, and it's free for most of the generations. There are other features that are not free, but just for a face swap on a photo, it's completely free. So you can use that. It's AIFaceSwap.io. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is why I have made this software and how. The reason why I was trying to do something like that is because I've been dabbling around with VO3 and creating some content for my wife's social media. She's a realtor, so I was trying to use humor and create some little short videos in that content, right? And so what I was trying to do with one of the ideas that I had is I wanted to create a video that has a consistent character throughout several episodes. And one of the suggestions out there that you will find is Higgsfield. I think it's Higgsfield, yes. And it probably does the best job. But then I wanted to try if I can just get away by using ChatGPT or Gemini itself, and actually with just a prompt you can upload a picture and ask it to create another photo consistent in a different angle, and it does it pretty well. And both ChatGPT and Gemini did it. And what happened next, it was kind of an accident. And in Gemini, I clicked on the wrong button, or the button that I didn't use before in Gemini. I clicked on Canvas, not realizing that it was for coding, because typically for coding I use Claude or ChatGPT or Cursor. For those who are in software development, they know. And so I never really used Gemini before, so I wasn't familiar with Canvas button. And to my surprise, from the prompt that I made to create a character from a picture in different angles, and I gave it a prompt to output several different angles, like the ones that you see here on the page. I just listed them out. Just spit out software that was the base version of what I have here, I'm showing to you. And it was able to create some of these images from get-go without me ever even writing a code. So then I just started vibe coding is a new term out there, or prompt engineering is more familiar to others. So with that, I was able to create this version right now that you see, and without ever writing any line of code. Even though I am from the software development background, I have experience in .NET programming, and I didn't have to write any line of code for this. So I will be sharing this code with you guys, and let me show you how you would run it for free. So the code that you will be receiving is right here. It will be something like that I'll be sending to you, and you'll just copy it, right? You'll copy it, and you'll just go to Gemini, and you can do it with the free version as well, not just with Pro. Click on Canvas, you'll paste the code, enter it, and it should analyze it and open up in Canvas. Let's see. There you go. All right, so you'll just fill it up with the code that I've pasted, and after that it'll be ready for you to load the preview. So let's just wait a couple seconds. It is still pretty quick. Shouldn't be updating any of this code. Okay. There you go. All right, it's loading it up. Sometimes you have to refresh the page. Yeah, it asks to me. wants to make sure you're not a robot. And there you go. And here, from here, you can use this software now. A few things to explain, I want to explain to you is the way that this software works. It actually calls Gemini API, and something that I think is overlooked by Gemini team is that they are giving this to you for free without actually entering an actual API key. Somewhere here, let me find, it will actually say that API key, let me see, API key, yeah. So API key here, it says on line 168, Canvas provides this. So they actually giving it to you for free to experiment, where the key is not entered, it's empty string, but because you're running it in Canvas to test, they are giving it to you for free to be able to call Gemini API. And this is the API URL. So I think this is an oversight. I don't think it will be there always. So I encourage you to use it while it lasts, spread the word, let others know, and use it. Let me know what you think. Comment and let me know how it works for you. Some might ask, well, why didn't I just create a service for this? I actually thought about it, and what I did, I refactored this and used it in ChatGPT. I already had an API key using OpenAI API, and what I found out is for every call, it actually becomes pretty pricey to generate all angles for a character. Was coming up to be around 20 cents. So when you try to compare to services like Midjourney, Higgsfield, Leonardo.ai, and they have membership for $30 where you're able to generate things for unlimited. You're able to generate unlimited number of images for $30 a month. There is no way I would be able to compete with such packages, and just creating a service itself is never enough. In fact, I do have experience creating other products, and it's not the biggest challenge is not to create something. The biggest challenge is the user acquisition. That costs money that you need to put into advertisements. So yeah, that's why I completely went away from this idea. So the next topic that I was going to cover, something that you've been waiting for, is how do you get access to this? And one of the reasons I'm doing this is to promote my wife's social media. So I'd like you to check it out, please, both here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Her account is tamara.sadukovskiy.realtor. You should be able to find it. I'll see if I'm able to add it in the description of this video as well. And so for you to get this code, I'd like you to subscribe to her Instagram account and DM me. So then I will be sending this code to you fully, and you'll be able to follow these instructions and use it for your creative work. With that, I'll be concluding this video. Please share, please comment, please like. YouTube algorithm likes and promotes videos that have comments, likes, subscriptions. So let's spread the word, let others know about this great feature in Gemini. We can even probably build other cool stuff similarly in Canvas. So yeah, let me know. Bye.